It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's AEW Live Review on YouTube Live with AltJake and George. Hello again, everybody. We are back and live on YouTube. I am AltJake. You're listening to AltJakeTakesOn. I'm here with my buddy George, as always. How you doing today, my friend?
Good evening. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good. I wasn't sure if you were going to come in all bummed out because of Tony. That still bums
Yeah, well,
me.
it hurts, but
yeah. No, he unfortunately did not give us a pre-game or pre-show live, and that was. I'm wondering if maybe he was just like too busy with Flair and Steve, or no, with Steamboat. I mean, not Flair, but like I was just hoping for something from the backstage of Greensboro because he was so excited about Greensboro.
he gave Collision one. When I don't understand why he did Collision on Saturday and wouldn't do his main show on Wednesday.
Well, I mean, if any show needs to get more viewers, it's definitely Collision. But still, oh man,
Gotta pump this one up. This was the big one.
Yeah, right. Exactly. No, thanks. And thanks for everybody who's in the chat and hanging out. We really appreciate everybody tuning in live. We're starting to really get into a good groove with this one here. I mean, this is 2 months now we've been doing this. It's pretty fun, actually. It's giving me, and honestly, it's good for me because I'm now more knowledgeable about AEW than I had been because I was just kind of peeking before. But now we've been watching every episode. I don't watch it live usually. I'm usually on HBO Max a little later in the night because it starts at 6 o'clock my time. But
I stick with it. I give it everything I got.
It's
not easy, trust me.
I know. Like because I have watched it live a couple times, and then I prefer HBO just so I can fast forward through the commercials. I got to get some sort of reprieve on it.
So this new way of transmitting, is that how it's going to be all the time? Because it looks funky on my phone.
Oh, I don't know. Let me say, it was an option for me to do it here. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, there's and it gives me the information for both streams, but there's for optimized
you're running
for
two
vertical.
Of them.
Yeah, it runs. One of them's running completely vertical, and one of them's running the regular way. It's I'm
on vertical. That's why.
StreamYard. Hey, all I know is we've got viewers in both of them, so I'm cool with it. I'm hanging out. I'm enjoying that. I don't, it's one of those things. Like it was something different to try, and StreamYard, I'll give them credit. I really will. And for anybody who is interested in streaming and using StreamYard, there's a link at the bottom of all of our live shows. If you click on that, it's like an affiliate link and kind of gives you the referral with it. But we've had it for just under a year. We got it in December of last year. Didn't start till February because it's my own shit, but that's fine. But they've been able to add a bunch of new features, like the sounds that have come in. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but this was a new one where I could run it where we can do the regular landscape version or the vertical version if people wanted to watch on their phones. It's a little bit different. I'm kind of curious how it'll work out, but
yeah, it's interesting. I can't tell. I don't know if there's anybody in the chat. I can't see.
They're together. Like if you look at the chat there, that should show. For me, it says I can see my here we go twice.
Yeah,
then one of them has a little phone logo under it. That's the vertical one. So if anybody chats there, we'll know it from that. I wasn't sure how that was going to work either, honestly. Yeah, there's Denisha's coming in, and she's on her phone with it. So there's two different ways to do it. They both come in, and that's what I was hoping for. If they both didn't show me the comments, this was going to be a one-time thing. It was trying stuff out. We're learning, we're growing, we're figuring it all out as we go here. So,
interesting.
Yeah, no, it's right. Hey. Come along with the journey with us, folks. We are learning as we go. That's what kind of makes it fun. It kind of, if anybody's ever been interested in doing something like this, hey, watch us how we do it. You can't.
I'll take you a little bit behind the scenes if you don't mind. Well, because know, So Twitter changed up all their stuff. X changed everything. So Jake sends me the link like he always does, and it comes through totally different. I'm freaking out. I'm like, what the heck?
They changed it from messages to chat now in Twitter. Yeah, it's Twitter chat. We're doing well, D. How are you? Good to see you.
It confused the hell out of me. So I panic text Jake about an hour before he went on. I'm like, dude, get in here so I know what I'm doing.
And it was both. You had the Twitter, because the Twitter looking different, and then also too with us with our live stream. We normally have one version of it, but it had both ready to go, so we can. Yeah, no, there's a lot of change there, and like at least StreamYard let me know the last time we recorded something for StreamYard. It told me this option was coming. I forget what they called it, but it was being able to present it in both landscape and portrait. Twitter didn't have any idea. I woke up to my I had a message from Awful Wrestling this morning. Shout out to Awful Wrestling about the spaces we did on Sunday. And it was all different. I'm like, what's going on? What the hell's happened? Speaking of which, be sure to tune in.
I'm the dude that fears change. If you didn't know.
Completely just wants nothing to do with it, which I fully understand.
Right.
But also, shout out to make sure you guys tune in to Sunday Night Spaces every Sunday at 8:05 p.m. Eastern, right via my X account. You can find pretty much anywhere, just at AltJakeTakesOn. No one else has that name, so I've tried to reserve it everywhere we go. If you can't tune into YouTube, be sure to check us out on all podcast platforms. I upload everything to there now. Eventually, I'll start to do some like membership stuff or specialty stuff or exclusive stuff. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Do something exclusive for YouTube or something exclusive for
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Or do stuff where it gets released in one version earlier before the other one. But as of now, we're just trying to grow the audience and share it with your friends.
Oh,
there also is a.
I almost forgot, Jake. I almost forgot.
What's that?
By the way, hello to our listeners in Australia.
Yeah. Yes, we
Greetings.
do have. And it is continued listens. It's gone up. There was two streams, 4, and now it's up to 8 or 10. So, but yeah, we also have a supporters club set up through Spreaker that you guys can join. And I'm gonna do a Patreon. As of now, it's just to support the channel because people have asked to support. Also, the QR code in the top left corner there is to the AltJakeTakesOn Cash App, because eventually we're gonna get to having super chats, but we need more subscribers. So share us with your friends. Make sure they're
the easiest way to support the channel is hit the like button.
Yep. And subscribe if you haven't. And if you that's pretty much it. That's all we asked for. I just like to give people all the options. I tried to cover that's why I did the portrait version for the phones too. Hey, if that's how people would prefer to watch it, great. If you want to watch it the old-fashioned way in landscape, that's fine too. Yeah. And if you don't have time to watch the video, or you want to take it on the road, like I know our buddy Shoobs in England, shout out to our English listener. I know he likes to take it when he runs, and so it's much easier on a podcast platform versus trying to run with the YouTube if you hit it and it pauses or whatever with it. So yeah. we're trying to be out there for everybody. Yes, we have gone global.
Yeah, Australia. Hey, yeah. I told you someday South Korea, or I think I said South Korea or Australia. I guess it's Australia. I was hoping for South Korea, but I'll take it.
hey, you got to start somewhere. We can build for them all. Yes, no, Denisha, we will. Memberships on the channel is also same to when we get to a specific number cap. So just tell all your friends, get to make sure that you let them know to make sure they subscribe. I'll send out the one I've got through Spreaker, and then I'll do the Patreon here soon. I've looked into that, and we can do it without. I don't want to do anything exclusive yet and like hide stuff from people. I want everybody to be able to hear everything. Which actually, this will be when I upload this to our audio platform. This will be like the 100th quote unquote like episode that we put between all the recorded episodes, right? All the extra takes and stuff. So hell yeah, no, it's just fun. And we've only really been doing this like 2 weeks shy of 9 months. That's pretty damn good, dude.
Yeah,
pretty.
Think so.
And still having a ton of fun with it too. So that's the best part.
Yes, folks, we're stalling like hell because we don't want to talk about it.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to talk about, but also there isn't. Like that, there was 3 matches on the whole card. I mean, this was the card.
Before we get into it,
I just want to pull it up so you had that up.
Before we actually delve into what was tonight's blood and guts, I heard something that made some sense to me. I'm going to give credit to the person I heard it from.
All right.
Because I only heard like 5 minutes and I fell asleep, unfortunately. But I heard the 5 minutes I wanted to hear. So JD from NY
Okay.
I listened to like his first, like his introduction is usually the best because you get an idea what you're going to be dealing with.
Okay.
So
Billboard the show.
he put it kind of like this, and it made sense to me. You have a favorite band, okay? You see them for the first time live. It's great. The second time they come around, you see them again, and it's the same exact set they played the first time. You still loved it, but something missing. Third time that band comes around the town, it's the same exact set again with maybe one song difference.
Oh, there's nothing worse.
You're like, oh no. And the fourth time, do you want to go see them the fourth time?
I mean,
that makes sense, don't it?
No, absolutely. So just a little trick that I have that I do as somebody who goes to a lot of concerts. This is just a good little life hack for folks. If you just Google whatever band you're going to see and the word set list, it'll take you to setlist.fm so you can see their set list. After the second time they played the same set list, that's what I would start doing. When they were going to come to town, I would look and see the set list on like, what are you playing on this tour? Because most bands are going to play.
Yeah, but you're talking to people that you're talking to people my age that didn't have that.
Right. No, I know. No.
So if you went to go see, I went to go see Sabbath or something, and the second time I saw them, and it was the same exact thing again. The third time, I don't know.
No, and the difference is you had to pay for that third time. I would have looked at, but either way, neither of us are happy or want to go. Like, that's one of the worst things you can have happen is see a band play the exact same set list that you've already seen. I've had it happen with bands before where you go and see them before they get too popular at like the smaller venue, and then they come back 6 to 8 months later at a bigger venue because they've kind of blown up. And it's pretty much the exact same set list. One of the reasons I love Nine Inch Nails so much is because they play a different set list every night. Like they play like 21 songs, let's say. So they're going to give you like 16, 17, 18 of the same songs, like the hits, but there's going to mix in some, and they're going to do things in a little bit different order and stuff. Like you gotta mix it up.
I like JD breaking it down like that. It was pretty good. It was pretty interesting to me. And I kind of understood it a lot better.
I've softened on JD a lot more lately because I don't like to be yelled at that much, but I feel like he makes good points.
He does. That makes sense though.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
He put it in a way that normal people can figure it out. And that's exactly what,
and that's why
he's in right now.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's he's smart about what he does. And at least and from what I can tell, he's, mostly truthful and honest about it. Like he was an AEW supporter and helper and lover and would, make everything look at everything the best possible light for him. Now he's realized what's up. And that's kind of what we all have to do. I mean, all of us tried at different points. It's surprising that there's still people that are still doing it after the last shows that they've had. I mean, I guess you're just following Tony saying, oh, it's the best. These are the best. I mean, I'm sure he's going to say these are the best blood and guts matches they've ever had.
No, they weren't.
They were not. They were
like anything. The first one was the best, of course. The first one they did was the best.
Right. And because they made sure they built to it and it mattered, like they made storylines that make them matter. I mean, both of these the men's was announced 2 or 3 weeks ago, but wasn't the women's like kind of put together last week? And then why is there 6 of them? Why is there 6 of them? I don't understand.
I didn't care for that. I didn't mind that as much. I don't know. It was tough.
Yeah, no, this is right too about JD, where he tried to get into an AEW after party and was denied, and then there was all those issues with hog wrestling. Yeah, no, I'm just saying like those are all. I know at least that sometimes it has to happen to you for make you realize what everybody's been telling you, because that was kind of like that wake up call, like when was it Indiana Jones when he got hit by the fire in Temple of Doom, like back to being a normal person. I just think there's an AEW haze that people get. Like one of my good friends, and I love the guy, but we don't talk as much wrestling as we used to because he always wants to convince me that AEW is good. And I'm like, I want it to be. I watch it every week. And it's just, I mean, the biggest example and why I grabbed this picture specifically, if you're going to have 2 blood and guts matches and you're going to put a third match in between or a match in between them, make it a regular match, like a regular singles one-on-one match.
This example we stated at the beginning is exactly this whole card.
Yeah.
This is the
that
problem.
Was why it's no, I was trying to tie it back in for you because exactly is right. Like it's just how much hardcore do you need? And then how many times did they billboard? Oh, this arena's never seen this level of sustained violence. The day after Adam Page says that it was family friendly and he's bringing his 4-year-old to watch his match. Like,
Don't forget that arena held 15,000 for Sting's retirement. And then last time Dynamite was there, they had I think 7,000-8,000, and then last night they had just made 5, I think.
Yeah. No, I've got it right. Good timing, because that was literally where I was heading, was this, where it's the Greensboro. I mean, now it's called the First Horizon Coliseum, but
yeah, they've been there 3 times, and each time it's gone slowly.
Right,
down.
It goes down and down, and like everything they do. But yeah, I mean, it's a 20,000 seat arena, and they put in 4,940. And yeah, you're right. The last one. So here's what it is. They had Revolution, which was March of last year, 2024, 16,280, and then Collision was there. Was there, and well, here's the thing. Collision was there August 23, and they sold 5,400 tickets, 5,420. So a Collision, that's how down bad AEW has gotten, to where Collision 2 years ago is outselling Dynamite now. Yeah, and I mean, was that still Punk?
Just because of what we talked about.
That was still Punk,
dude. It's. I felt sensory overload last night. I did, because it was
too much.
There was no breaks. Everything was just coming at me, firing. So we started off with the women's. Blood and Guts.
Yep.
This actually started off well, I thought. Minus Sky Blue sticking.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna.
Head.
All I could, so I mean, we shout out the Jim Cornette and the Jim Cornette Experience a lot, but one of my favorite stories ever is the story of him in the white suit when he cuts him, when he blades, and we all know that. Yeah, but no, I'm just saying. But the end of that story, he's in the back talking to Dusty, and he goes, "I said a little bit of juice, kid. I said a little bit of juice." Like,
that's her.
What
thing,
was she
though.
do?
That's her thing. Okay, here's her deal. She's a legit runway model. Legit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's on the runway fashion. She's a
good-looking
woman. She does that. Yet she has this weird, every match she does, she has this weird thing where she just does all sorts of Darby Allin stuff. That's what she does.
No, I don't understand it. I mean, literally it was, what was it? 7.5 minutes, 7 minutes, 31 seconds into the show that she gushed herself. And I was so glad that AEW is smart enough to put a lot of these pictures up in black and white so we can put them on YouTube, because Jesus, oh my gosh.
Yeah, there were the 2 major bleeders in the night were her and Kyle O'Reilly, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, there was a lot. And there was just, I mean, I know it's a War Games match, it's blood and guts or whatever, but I mean, to blade that much that early, and shout out to the AEW Mole, he was posting early, like, somebody wants to bleed early in this show, and I'm trying to stop it. And then when she did it, he was mad. He was mad. Because, like, I mean, there's one thing to cut yourself, and like, it's gonna bleed more too without it, but to go that deep, and like, before anybody else had come out, I don't know. I was just, and then bleeding all over Willow, and it was just, oh my God. And then how many injuries are going to affect, was it Full Gear in 10 days? 9 days now?
The only one that really looked hurt at the end of this was Willow.
Yeah,
Willow took a shot and she didn't move.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're
the only problem with this ring setup is that weird portion between the 2 rings that they try to cover up. I think that's what she hit. I don't know.
Okay, that makes sense. And also, like, the apron that's too far extended. We'll get to a segment too where somebody was knocked out of the ring and like their back hit that, and I'm like, all I was thinking of was like Shawn Michaels or British Bulldog, breaking their back on those type of small little injuries.
But this actually started off good.
And the crowd was into this. I will give them that. The crowd was really into this match every time with the entrances. Like, the crowd really enjoyed. I mean, and I kind of feel like they blew their wad a little bit because they weren't really for the rest of the show.
No, they were up for all this, and you know exactly when it came down. See if you're on the same page as I am.
In this match, or just in the show?
When did the crowd check out? You think
Mercedes?
Yes, exactly.
Like, right, like
100%.
I had to sit and think about it for half a second, but
she got announced and came in, and then decided to go back out of. By the way, just going out of the cage shit.
Yeah, no,
I didn't understand that at all, but whatever.
Both matches.
So she goes out. She goes out of the cage and brings in all 10 titles, and then it was just the crowd was out at that point. They checked
too
out.
much. No, yeah, you're right. It was way too much, is what it was. And I mean, I didn't really understand. I didn't quite get like the why. Like there was, but like, why would she even be here? She is. Why would she even be?
She shouldn't have even been in the match.
People? Exactly. She just wanted to
There's
be
no
in
need
it
for her to be here.
Yeah, except for no, there is no need except for that she needs to be in the first ever women's blood and guts match, because they made sure to mention that 37 fucking times in the match.
Yeah, there's no need for, and it's not.
Oh,
you can make it real simple. Like when you tell a star player, we don't want to play you because we're playing a scrub team.
Right.
That's what you could have said here. Mercedes, set it out. This is too good for you.
You don't need this match. Like this doesn't make any sense. And there's no story that involves you, because your whole storyline is you are like the ultimate loner, and that's it, but whatever. I did like this face off. I do think this could be a good, once Chris loses the title and has to do something else, like, what is it like, big meaty ladies slapping. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
The more and more I hear about Megan Bayne, the more and more I don't think she's good at what she does.
No, she's not. She's pretty terrible.
And she seems like she doesn't like to go with the program either. Like this, every story we've heard so far, she's been involved with Thunder Rosa. She's been involved with, she's always involved. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing though. Is it, and I hate to say this, but is it that she doesn't want to go along with it, or she doesn't understand what's going on? Like I
like both. I mean, she doesn't know how to work. That's for sure.
I felt bad saying it, but I mean, it's kind of true. She, for God's sake, she lived with Joey Janela. Like, I mean, she broke up with him from what I've heard, which thank God.
Yeah, they're not together.
Jesus. No. And then you get this.
Oh God damn it. Holy shit.
I'm so glad that was your reaction, because that was my reaction. Was like, oh, what the
dude. I've been on this. I've been on the anti-Tony Storm bandwagon for quite some time now, because the jump the shark thing is well past, dude. Well past.
The fact that they had her, forget the storyline and then remember it back so quickly, like it lost any momentum it could have possibly ever had. Like it didn't make any sense to me.
I didn't need to see her dressed like the Joker.
No, and like why? Like this is what I don't know. This shouldn't make. And then and then we just have unnecessary spot after unnecessary spot. This, like Mercedes with her titles and the champagne outside the ring. Like, okay, why?
Yeah, everything is set up everything's a prop and set up for a very specific purpose.
Yeah, no, a very specific purpose, and just, but yeah. I don't know. That's all I got was just like it's just there was so many. I'm trying to remember as many of the terrible.
One thing I did like, I thought was pretty creative, was how Julia Hart and Tekla got out of the cage. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yes, thank you. That was one of them. Yes,
through that.
The little like the little spaces that's in between, like the erector set that makes the thing. No, that was awesome. I love that. Because again, that makes sense. You're not doing something silly with the key or like breaking in it. I don't know. Like, and that's the only way they should have done it in the women's match, and then had it happen with the men's match the other way. But and then how many terrible submission attempts did you see? Not only in this match, but the other. Well, like I set the over under at the start of the show at 7.5. I think it went under, but by like 1. I think it was at 7. I'm not sure.
There was just so much, like I said.
Yeah, it's sensory overload. Yeah, you
couldn't, and I feel bad for the camera people. I really do. How are you supposed to? I mean, your job is tough enough as it is. How
I feel like
it's amazing how they.
No, it's like it's like in basketball or even soccer, they'll have what they'll like zone defense, or in soccer that's zonal marking. Like I think you just like as a camera person, like you have this area is your region, but there was only like one inside the ring. So I think you're right.
Yeah, but you can't cover everything. You can't see everything. It's impossible.
And we'll get into that when we get to the very end of the show, because they missed a lot of certain parts of it. But I mean, and then we've got I don't know her coming out, and like she was in boots, and then she takes the boots off. Like, I'm sorry, your bare feet or your
that was for a specific reason too.
Everything was. It's
She took off the boots so she can stick her feet in glass and then kick somebody, whatever
right.
she did.
But wouldn't a boot be just more painful? Like, I don't know. A boot is pretty damn she had
I kind of understood it because she had tape on her feet, so I got that. It wasn't the most offensive thing I saw on night. Let's go with that.
Oh no. I mean, there was not sure what I would consider to be the most offensive thing. That would be a tough question. Honestly, like I'm not sure because they're also
she's learning how to sell. She's learning how to sell. She sold some moves. I thought.
Yeah. Is it just me or does I think Ronda Rousey's coming in? I really do. I really think Ronda's coming in, man. I really think she's going to come into AEW and take that Tony money because why the hell not and help out her friend. I don't know. I had this sneaking suspicion. I could be wrong.
She did that one little. She did the one off
in ROH. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have this weird sneaking suspicion, and I just really wanted it on the record. And then so the end of the match is because they got Mina Shirakawa and they're
so the first belt shot that Megan put on Mina, I thought she hit her across the back of the head.
I'm sure she did.
It looked like it to me, and I'm like, did that across the back of the head? And I didn't go back and look because I really didn't care at that point.
Yeah, no, and that's what it is because that's Mina's in the mother's milk submission because let's smother you in my breasts, I guess. I don't know. And then they're holding Tony like that, screaming at her like no, because Tony and Mina and married apparently for what Tony said last week on commentary.
AEW loves that finish where they hold one guy and you subject them to watching. Yeah. Wrestling in general. I'm not going to say AEW. I'm going to say
I was just about to say that.
WWE has done it too, so I'm not gonna.
No, I wrote it down as it's the Jey Uso Roman finish. Like that's exactly like it was a little bit, because it was the same finish because it wasn't Mina who said I quit. It was Tony who submitted, and it was the same thing when like Roman and Jay were in Hell in a Cell in the pandemic, and they were choking out Jimmy, and that's what did it.
It's been done a lot. It's been done a lot,
and like I just have this vision like during the match of Tony Khan being like Vince in the announcer's ears because I wish I'd have known it was going to happen and done a tally mark because between the three of them, they just kept making sure to mention this is the first ever women's blood and guts match. First ever. Like we get it. And I'm exactly. And that was a Vince thing where he, because I remember there's that video of Cole where he's like, you really want me to keep saying this, boss? Like I've kind of beat this to death. And he, okay, sir, I'm gonna you don't hear the side from Vince, but you can imagine it. And like that's Tony McCann, Vince, it's just that's what he's become.
I didn't mind. I get what they were doing.
It's a lot.
I don't know. There were so many other things that I found. Bryan Danielson's terrible.
He's just god awful. And honestly, like with how bad they are and how just much shit is going on in this match and on this show, there was a point where I kind of zoned out for a good little bit. Like I think I zoned out from between I had zoned out for a bit between what was it? Oh, it was from Jamie Hayter entered until Statlander came in. Like Megan Bain, and I just wasn't paying it because you just zone out. There's just too much going on, and the announcers are not getting me excited. I almost want to start writing down all the terrible lines they have. I might start
taking there for a while.
Yeah, well, and I just, but it just if you read them all off, it'd be like binge watching a show where you're just like, really, how bad is this? Like they say some really dumb shit, man.
See what they should do for the women's match is make it a 4-on-4 inside of one cage and no weapons, because the weapons, like everyone says, it's a gimmick on top of a gimmick. It's double gimmick because you shouldn't have weapons inside of a cage. It makes no sense. So I don't know.
And then they all brought in weapons too. Speaking of weapons, and I couldn't get a good picture of it without gore, so I didn't do it. There was a bed of nails. I forgot about the bed of nails. There's a bed of.
There was no gore even on that.
But
Statlander landed on her back.
Yeah, but she
landed perfect. She landed perfect how you're supposed to land on a bed of nails if you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Nothing happened. I saw the bed nails come out and I started fearing for my life, literally. And I'm like, okay.
Do you want to call that Tony Conning? You started.
I'm like, how are they going to pull this off? And
there's no way, D.
She just went backwards on it. Perfect. Like how you're supposed to do it is how she did it.
Yeah, no, I don't understand it. I don't.
And there was no blood, nothing. So nothing. Zero.
Yeah, but somebody was bleeding. Wasn't there somebody? There was somebody else in the picture. I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't find it in black and white. So I gave up.
Who didn't bleed is the question.
Is Julia Hart? I'm looking at this picture. It doesn't look like Julia's bleeding, but I don't think
Julia. Sure. Megan did a little bit, I think.
Yeah, no, she did. Because look at this picture. I got this picture at the end. She's got blood.
Tekla didn't. Mercedes obviously didn't.
Which I mean, she's got that room on the forehead to do it. But I mean, no, Mina was obviously bleeding. Tony, I mean, but look at Sky Blue. Like what?
Who's
excited by this? Who wants to watch this?
If you're into it,
if you're into this, you have people in your basement.
No,
I'm just kidding.
It's.
I don't know.
It's fine if this is what you're come to watch, and you know what you're coming to watch when you see it. So you know you're getting it. You just don't know who it's going to be from. That's all. And it happened to be Sky Blue.
Yeah, no, it did, and I just the whole thing. It wasn't because I wasn't offended. It was just why. Like that was it. Like there was just no reason for any of this, in my opinion.
And if you're gonna have a cage match, why are you going outside of it constantly?
Like
the purpose of the cage is to keep people in the cage,
especially when the cage has a roof. Like if it doesn't have a roof, okay, we can talk. Like now it's got a roof. I mean, like you said, how Thekla and Julia Hart got out was perfect. Like that was perfect. I loved that. Like genuinely loved that. But this was
both the matches. The constant leaving and coming. It made no sense.
I forget who she was teaming up with, but Excalibur, in one of his many just blumbling speeches, made a point that one of the tag teams that's in these groups is facing someone and Riho next week. So, or maybe the week. Yeah, right. Riho's back in the tag tournament. That's what we need. That's what everybody needs. More.
She wasn't in this one.
Riho. But I will say the crowd was into it. Yeah, you're right, for sure. God bless with how small she is. The crowd was into it. Like they definitely enjoyed it. Another terrible Danielson line I forgot. So just when Thekla and Julia Hart got out of the cage and went running up to the ramp together, Danielson, are they just gonna leave? And like the announcers acting like surprised by this, like they're shocked that they left the ring. Oh my god, I've never seen this before, except for the last Blood and Guts match and the next Blood and Guts match and every Blood and Guts match.
Have they? In their previous Blood and Guts matches, have they always left the ring like that? I don't remember that.
Okay, so all I can remember is the finish. I know there was the finish of Jericho being spun by Claudio on top of the cage. That was how that one ended.
But so they were on top of it. I'm okay with that stuff.
But how do you get on top unless you get out?
But I'm talking constant leaving and coming back in. Last night was a special of that. I don't remember it being that gratuitous.
I feel like they've always been that egregious. Maybe somebody in the chat can correct us, but I feel like they've always been that egregious with it.
I don't remember.
Because the Jericho and Claudio one was when Claudio was a babyface and Jericho was still in the company. I don't even think that was last year. I think that was the year before. Yeah, because last year the Death Riders were the bad guys in that one too. I'm fairly positive. Yeah, they've done it in every single one.
Makes sense because Jericho only two guys though. That's fine. If it's only gonna be two, not everybody.
I think there was other people that were up there around it too. I'm pretty positive they've done this every time.
Who knows?
You know what? I'll write it down.
No.
Later
on, we're gonna see. Obviously Briscoe.
I'm writing that down. Because I'm writing that down, and we'll get back to this because that's. I'll go back and rewatch the highlights of all of them because all the highlights are online. I'm 99% sure they've done it in every single one. But I could be wrong.
At least they're continuous if they do.
Yeah, they're consistent in their garbage. And then so then the backstage segments are also overly violent and hardcore with people getting thrown into barricades and other stuff. Like this,
Yeah, they went from total.
symphony
They
of
went from
violence.
the end of the match right to someone getting tossed into a barrier. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, and the Don Callis family is attacking Jurassic Express for whatever reason.
Well, they're just trying to get.
Yeah,
I understand.
no, exactly.
I understood this.
Oh no, I've understood it too, but I'm just saying, like, that's like it doesn't matter in this show. You don't need it on this show. You like could have had another. They could have, because of what they did last week with them. They could have had it just being, because it was with all the big group and Okada. You could just had like just Okada and the Bucks talking somewhere. I don't know. You just didn't need more violence. Is my point. That's all.
If you have no arms whatsoever, why are you wearing a muscle shirt? That's the first thing I noticed when this clip came. First thing I noticed when I was watching last night is this dude has no arms at all.
Here's the thing. I can only see two areas with definition: his collarbone and the vein in his right arm. That's not good,
dude. They're super thin. Look at his brother's arms. At least they're big.
I was just about to say, at least the other one's got some girth to it. Yeah, switch shirts, boys. Although the other one would be swimming in that shirt. Yeah, no, they've always been tiny, and they just
not that. I don't think his arms have been that small, dude. I don't think so.
You're probably right.
I'm just noticeable, saying, like right off the bat, noticeable to me.
No, it's like if you just saw this clip, you would have like, who is that? Somebody's like younger, older son or nephew? Like that doesn't look. He doesn't look like a wrestler in this shot at all. But
it's like a parking lot attendant.
Yeah. Hey guys, could you stop that? Could you stop that? Like he was a jogger running by. So then. You get the commercial break and come back to the Falls Count Anywhere match that nobody asked for. Nobody cared about this match. I think even when they I'm sorry, but if you're going to the Blood and Guts show and you're excited about it, like this is the match where you're going to go grab a drink, maybe grab a hot dog, get the bathroom. I don't know. Like just
if you're at the AEW show, you're watching this match.
I guess.
Yeah, this is a big deal. It's a big deal to that sector. I'm surprised they put this on here. I really was.
No, it didn't make any sense. Like you didn't need this match. You didn't need it to be Falls Count Anywhere. Like if you're gonna have it, just have a standard singles match. It didn't need to be Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah, because now you've just taken the first match, which was the Blood and Guts for the ladies. Mm-hmm. Now you've just added this all out throughout the arena, which was crazy because they were coming close to like hitting people.
Yeah. Oh,
telling people to move out of their seats. I'm like, screw you, dude. I fucking paid money for a seat. You kiss my.
Yeah. And then no, you're right. No, you're right. They were. I mean, look how close they are. Look at this guy backing people off. Also, at one point, Hangman takes a sip of somebody's drink, and Excalibur goes, "Oh, maybe he needs a little liquid courage." That's not funny for a character who used to be an alcoholic. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like this is just like making fun of the Skinny Buck. I'm gonna call him that now. Skinny Buck's gambling addiction. That's not funny. No. Don't make that's not funny. It's just an asshole.
So move. AEW did issue a warning before this whole night started about people in the crowd.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Oh no!
I don't have the exact verbiage, but it's like
it's the one
reminds you that there could be flying debris and all this stuff. I'm like, oh my.
Yeah,
God.
No. I'm gonna see if I can find it because it's not new. Like they've done that before. I don't know if they do it at every show.
Yeah, they posted it. They posted on.
Yeah,
no,
I've seen it before. I've seen it before.
It was right before the show started. I saw it in the background.
Yep. Nope. I got it.
All right. There we go.
Yep. No.
Start off your day with a nice warning.
No, you're right.
I'm waiting for somebody if they come to town, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get front row seats. So I'm gonna friggin' sue my
right. So this is what it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. For the people who can't read it, it says caution: if you have a seat on the floor, you are at risk of being struck by persons, objects, barricades, and other items. Please be aware of the action as you are watching. Please be aware of the action as you're watching and move out of the way if someone or something is coming your way. By staying in this area, you assume all risks of injury to yourself and to your property. That isn't legal. That's not legal. That doesn't cover anything legal at all. Like
obviously their legal team thinks it covers something, but
But this is the legal team that didn't do the due diligence on the national champion, and this is the crack AEW legal team that literally the only thing they know is make him sign an NDA. Like that's their only move.
You would think they'd have to know more than that.
You again though, because Tony only wants to hire.
Yeah, but those are his dad's. These are his dad's legal team. It's not Tony's legal team. It's from his father. It's from the Jaguars.
Right, but I think Tony like picks the ones that he wants because he picks the ones that'll be his friends. I don't know. That's how Tony seems to be to me. Is he is just very much like I'm gonna want to work with my friends. Like he doesn't want to hear a lawyer tell him, hey, the way you're doing this sucks. He's just, I don't know. I don't think Shad really cares because I mean, even if somebody sued him for $500 million, is he gonna notice? He's like
you'll take a dent in the pocketbook for $500 million, sure.
Right. I'm just, but he'll make it back.
No, $5 million, not even close. $5 million. You can take him right. You'll take it like a $20 bill out of his pocket.
He's probably lost that in his fucking couch for God's sake. Yeah. No. But,
you're robotic.
I'm robotic.
Oh, you're robotic.
No.
Oh, bad. There you are. Nope, you're robotic.
What did I do? I haven't done anything.
You got robot voice like Awful Wrestling's got.
No.
Yeah, it's there. I can hear it.
I don't know what to do about that. Shit.
So if I see this warning, I don't take it at all with any kind of caution in the least bit. Not at all.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Am I still robotic?
No, you sound better now.
All right, cool. I'm with you. Like this is not illegal anything. There is nothing there that'll because I've seen lawyers post about this. They'd be like, that doesn't hold anything. It's one of those things where like my wife and I always talk about this in joke where like a lot of times places will say like things are banned. Like you can't bring a lighter into a festival or like a spray thing of sunscreen. They just say that because a lot of people are automatically going to follow the rules and believe it. And so they don't, but they don't actually check for that. They don't actually care. They feel like post and they know like their true fans aren't going to sue.
How people are wired. If you put a rule up on the board, you're going to buy 95% of the people say, okay.
Yup. That's fine. Yep. But then, Hangman, again, in there, he beats Hobbs. Like, of course he does. And then Joe.
The way he beats him.
What happened?
He tossed him off the balcony into the firework display.
Yeah, right. And then like the lights went flickery or whatever.
That was wild. All the lights went down. I'm like, what the?
I forgot about that. Yeah, no, I forgot about that. That did happen. Yep. No. My question was, for a second when the lights flickered, I thought they were going out and somebody was coming out. Like I was like, oh god,
that was stupid. I didn't care for that.
No, but I mean, it's again though he's copying WWE. Like, remember Randy Orton was like pushing the buttons on the thing and stuff too. Like, but then Joe and Shibata come out and have them try to start lowering the cage. But then Hook and Eddie Kingston come out and again, like just setting up the steel cage. The match at Full Gear is now going to be a steel cage world championship match. And
which they're taking all the fun.
Right. I was just gonna say, how are you gonna make it a steel cage match when you just had 2 War Games matches? Oh my god.
And there was something weird that took place in this. I need some explanation on why was Joe mad that the cage was coming down? It made no sense.
I don't think he was mad that the cage was coming down. I think he was mad that Hook and Kingston came out and stopped him because the plan was that Joe and Shibata were going to beat the crap out of Hangman inside the cage. And
and the cage was coming down.
That was the plan. But then Eddie Kingston and Hook came out and stopped them. So they got
and for that matter, what the hell was Eddie Kingston doing when he got in the ring? What the hell? He was on his knees. I don't know what he was even doing. I can't describe it.
I don't know any like what is he?
He came in the ring.
I knew a lot of what he did before, but I don't know what he's done since he came back.
He's never done this shit before. He came in the ring and kind of got on his knees and just I can't describe it. I can't. It was just caught my eye because he's in the background. He's bouncing around on his knees. I'm like, what the frick's he doing? Sorry, I'm yelling at
No. You're fine. I like it. We like Passionate George. I honestly think there was some sort of like inside joke or something that he knows what that means. I don't know. No, now that you say it, I remember it. It didn't like when I noticed it. I was just kind of like,
it caught me off guard, and he looks like I told you last week. Looks like the drunken uncle.
No, he does, and even more.
I don't mean that rudely. I mean that. Yeah, I mean it rudely. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I do. I think not that I was the biggest Eddie Kingston fan when he left, but since his return, he's just I don't know. Like
if you're gonna you're Eddie Kingston. If you're gonna return, shave off the beard because it's all white,
right,
and tone up a little bit. That's all. That's all you gotta do. Get a little definition and shave that white off because he looks old. He looks old.
Yeah, no. A little Just for Men and a little time in the gym. Like, I know that's his thing, but like you can still be the quote unquote out of shape guy, but being a little bit of, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just
go whole for thing a walk and carry the weights in your hands. That's all you gotta do.
Right? Or like the ones on your ankles so it moves your legs a little bit. Yeah, no, I like it. Speaking of more segments that I don't understand of why they did them, Ricky Steamboat came out and was pumping up Greensboro. Like again, like they try to act like this is an extension of the NWA and WCW because they're on Turner, but that doesn't mean anything. And I feel bad for Ricky.
Yeah, this was awkward to say the least. It was awkward.
Okay, and so was it announced or did people just think that Flair was going to be there too? Because I definitely thought Ric Flair was there. I thought it was when he announced Steamboat, I thought Flair was coming out right with him. And then they start talking and I'm like,
I think somebody made the assumption and it got picked up, I guess. Because I didn't see anything that was definite.
No, okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't either. And so I thought so too, but it didn't quite make a lot of sense to me.
That would have put it over the edge, that's for sure.
Oh God. I just and I mean, I'll give credit to Tony there. He was smart enough to not bring Rick in and give a live mic to Ric Flair because you never know what he's gonna say. But I mean, they put over like the Coliseum, and there's a Mount Rushmore of the Greensboro Coliseum, which actually made sense. It was Flair, Steamboat, Dusty, Sting. I like that because the thing about Rushmore that people just, it's like my four favorites. It's like, no, you got to look at the presidents on there. You got, Washington, like the first president, Jefferson, the one who kind of like created the country. So, and then you got, freed the slaves with Lincoln. And then when they made it, Teddy Roosevelt, it was the new future. So those four make sense in that way. But this segment didn't make any sense. And then Stokely comes out. And he's fine, but then he's like, I can't wait to see my favorite wrestler see me in New Jersey. Do you have Macho Man's number?
That was funny.
But don't mention someone who's dead. That's just weird.
I laughed at the time. It was.
I chuckled, but then I'm just like, and then I get it too because he's bringing like it's to remember WrestleMania 3, and that's fine. It was weird, and then Cash takes the mic and says some more weird shit. And then Dax takes the mic and says some more weird shit. Like, you were my trainer. You I remember you taught me, you didn't teach me anything. Like, really? Like, I don't know. It was just really cheesy and didn't work. And was just a cheap way to get a legend in the ring. Like, is there going to be a match out of this? Are we going to have Ricky Steamboat come out of retirement and wrestle Dax?
No, he already wrestled,
which they mentioned. Thank you. I was there. That was literally where I was going. I appreciate it. Because they showed the clips of it because that was I forget who they wrestled, but it was FTR and Ricky versus somebody. And like you said, Rick, like what's he 71, 72?
I think.
Yeah, he's in his 70s, and you could tell. Like we were talking about this off air, but like he wasn't like he was bad. I just didn't think his heart was fully in it. He was doing it for a paycheck.
Here's what you can tell right off the bat: is you can tell whenever he was on WWF or WWE television, he was produced in a way that he could do a fiery promo, and you could buy it. On this exact episode that we watched last night, you could tell he was just going off the cuff because he would just lose his train of thought and come back to it again. And I'm like, okay, he hasn't prepared anything. No one's giving him anything to say, so he's just winging it. And that's what I could tell that right off the bat. It was easy.
Yeah. because that's how they do it there. They don't really produce. It's kind of like, do what you want, do whatever. And Ricky's not gonna. He's probably got too much pride to be like, hey, let's just walk through this really quick or whatever with it. Because in WWE, it was just part of it was baked into the sauce. They were gonna do it. So apparently Flair was there and he left because of pain from his shoulder surgery. That's what it is. I saw that selfie. That's what I saw. I knew I saw a picture somewhere of him that I thought was at the arena. That's what I saw was the selfie with him and Tony. Yeah. But I mean, Ricky Steve, he's 72, by the way. So yeah. Yeah. And I mean, he's a professional. He's a legend, but it's just, I don't know. This was definitely not necessary.
He looked very uncomfortable. Oh, very uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they probably just said, oh, here's what we're going to do. And then FTR is going to almost attack you. And then Brodito comes out and makes the save. Because honestly, that's the other thing. I was thinking Ric Flair was going to come out and make the save. And I'm like, oh no, don't have Rick come out there and woo and slap and chop. And then it was Brodito, which, okay, because they're, wrestling at the pay-per-view, but, and then Steamboat.
I don't think they even get, because if you listen to everybody, the old timers talk about how promos were done, the booker would give you a couple bullet points and the selling point and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You can tell, I'm going back to the same point again. Sorry. You can tell that Ricky didn't get any of that stuff. It didn't seem like, because he was just struggling, dude. I'm sorry to keep picking on the dude, but
no, I don't think it's his fault though. I really don't feel like it's his problem in the set, not problem, but I don't think it's his fault. I just think, like you said, they gave him nothing to work with. You
didn't seem like it.
What you're given.
Didn't seem like it.
Yeah, no, you can only work with what you're given, and I don't think he was given shit personally. So, yeah, but I guess they're probably trying to promote that too, so that we get, because it'll be the only match of the pay-per-view that's not gonna have somebody not nicked up from the freaking blood and guts matches. I keep wanting to call them war games. Oh man. Oh, that was the other thing in this segment. That's what it was. Shivani said that the Greensboro Coliseum is the greatest wrestling arena. I think he said in the world or in the United States. And I'm like, really? When MSG still exists? Like, I know the Greensboro Coliseum's got a lot of history.
It makes sense for Shivani to say that.
I would, but
because there was a divide. They didn't recognize WWF at the time, so I get that. Greensboro was compared to the besides the Omni.
I don't see that. For me, it was the Omni that was there, and I know it's no longer there. So like he pushed this, like if I don't know, it was just
that's one thing Shivani said. I was okay with that.
Yeah, I was not. I mean, it was one of the things where
they're just Garden's associated with WWE. He's not going to say that or not going to mention it. I get that. Greensboro's associated with all Jim Crockett. I get 100%.
I get it. I'm just saying it wasn't necessary to say it because it's wrong. Like
but they're in Greensboro. It's not wrong. It's not wrong though.
To say in all of professional wrestling? Because he didn't say like an opinion. Because he said it like it was a fact.
That's up to people to decipher. If I watch WCW, I always associated with Greensboro because that's where it always was.
But they had two big arenas. There was also the other.
Yeah, I understand that, but you're not deciphering the companies.
I understand that, but he didn't decipher the company. He said in all of professional wrestling.
That's fine from what his perspective is. I get it.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not from his perspective. I'm just saying it's fucking wrong, and I'm sticking to that.
It's not wrong.
Okay. That's Square Garden.
I disagree on that one. That's okay.
That's fine.
I would think it's in the. Let's see.
If
I put both companies into effect, I go MSG. I probably put Omni second.
Yep.
Greensboro third. Spectrum or Boston Garden tied for fourth.
Isn't there? What's the other one in the Carolinas? It's really good too. There's two, right? I'm so bad with the names, but you're right you're probably right. No,
Scope.
Thank you. No, that's Norfolk. That's Virginia.
I know that's another good one though.
That is a big no, because that's one of the ones too where you had the DX. Because
that's why I remember this. Where the fuck were those tanks? There we go. I got it.
Because they were like 30 miles apart. No, but yeah, no, for me, and I think the Omni was really why I was more offended by it, because I'm like, the Omni was their big arena until it wasn't, because they took it down.
Yeah.
For me, I'm totally with you right there. It's MSG and the Omni are 1 and 2. Everybody else, there's other competitors, but Yeah, those two arenas. I mean.
Yeah, it depends on where you are.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying,
if you're in Chicago, you're going to go toward the Horizon,
the Rosemont Horizon.
Yeah. You're in San Francisco, you might like the Cow Palace. It's not there anymore. It's a choice.
I think the Cow Palace, as long as you have nose plugs, from what I've heard. I never was there, but I heard that you could smell the cow. Yeah, no, for sure. God, but I mean, and with the way it was kind of set up with how the arena was built too, where it was like literally the entire thing was the dirt and they had to put our stuff on top of it. But oof. But and then after the Brodito saved him, whoop-de-doo. And then we get the men's blood and guts match. Like it goes right into, and your first two out again. Orange Cassidy is the first one out, and then and Yuta. Or no, it was Yuta and Darby. That's right. The first actual entrant from that. Because why did the good guys have the advantage again? I mean, I guess they tried to make it work.
Yeah,
but because Mox lost the collision match. That's why I didn't realize, because I didn't watch Collision. That's what it was, because they had the best 2 out of 3 for the advantage. I mean, Darby started making sense, but Darby and Yuta, like it should have been Darby and Pat. Like if they're gonna try to have somebody in their group with some oomph. I mean,
I will say one thing. Yuta has been hitting the gym. He looked good.
He's definitely got some good definition. He's just, I wouldn't say painfully thin, but he's painfully short. But no, I mean, I don't mind the guy.
The beard is off-putting. The long hair I can deal with. It's the beard that kind of throws it off. But he's getting, I mean, when Garcia comes in and you see him next to one another, you realize that Yuta's actually probably taking this really seriously.
Oh, definitely. That was not a thought that I had ever thought of but you're absolutely right. Especially too with like the way they came out. Like Yuta came out, like Daniel Garcia came out in like a COVID mask.
Yeah, he came out wearing a long
a hoodie trunks. And a COVID mask. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Yeah, no, you're right. So
Yuta's trying. I'll give him credit.
No. My problem with Yuta isn't so much Yuta. It's that they tried to tell me
he shoving down our throats.
Yes. It's like the same problem everybody had with Roman back in the day, or anyone.
If you would have just let Yuta do what he's doing now organically, I guarantee he'd be more over with the crowd. Because I noticed it yesterday. I'm like, man, he's trying. He's working his ass off. Good for him.
Yeah. And honestly, Excalibur brought it up a couple of times when he was saying that Yuta was Danielson's former mentor. I'm like,
you're right.
Yeah, it was the Blackpool Combat Club, because it was, it was Regal, Danielson, Claudio, and Moxley, and whatever you think of all of them, they're all stars, they're all names, like, and Yuta. It was like,
right.
Yeah, it was like your big four and Yuta. Like,
I can see if you can see my vision on this. I can see Yuta knocking off Moxley and taking over this group.
So, actually, yes. And I actually think that is what's going to happen on some level with Mox, with how he keeps, because Claudio can't do it. Pac, you can't trust because he's here or he's going to be injured. And so then you're left with the two of them. Yeah, you're left with Yuta and Garcia. Who would you pick?
Yeah, they put Garcia. I'm out the door.
Yeah, we might have to stop the live show to give it to Garcia. So then it cuts to Briscoe's supposed to come out, and he doesn't come out. So they go to the back, and Briscoe's been attacked for whatever, and Roddy goes out instead. Yep. Okay, now this, I like the idea of them losing the man advantage in it. This, I actually like that idea in War Games. Hey, if the baby faces are going to have the advantage, which doesn't make as much sense, in kayfabe.
Right. Yep.
This was a great way of going about it. I actually really liked this, and I mean that. I'm not joking. I'm genuinely saying I enjoyed that part of it. I thought it was a good way of doing it. And then you also knew, because it was Mark Briscoe, he was going to come back.
In the back of your mind, he's going to come back.
Right, exactly. You're just waiting,
You know what I would have liked, though? I don't mean to blow it to the end here, but I would have liked if Briscoe would have done the old Terry Funk coming out like a fife and drum thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was actually beat up, because he came out. He was 110%. You couldn't even tell he got beat up. It made no sense to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, there was no, they didn't have him bloody back. No, you're good. You're not that far off, because my next shot is him coming out. I just like this picture. Like this was funny. I mean, I don't think Claudio is the best worker in the world, but he is a strong son of a bitch.
That was good.
Yeah, you like right? Like, damn, he's tough. No, you're
The
right.
highlight of my night, and I don't like any of the participants that took place in it, but the highlight of my night was when Jon Moxley stapled his hands inside of his pockets. I was laughing my ass off.
I have that written down.
I thought it was so funny, dude. I was crying, laughing. I was dying.
No, and then also too, like what, like Moxley and his fork. Like, I mean, is he John Forkley? Like, is he Fork weird. Moxley? I don't know. No. I popped at that. I wrote it down in big letters to make sure I brought it up. No, that was funny stuff. Like that.
Imagine the strength it would take to break that. Like, you put staples in someone's jeans. Okay, it's not going to do anything. Sorry, but it was funny. But then pockets. And then when Cassidy decides to get a bust out of it, and he makes his face like, "Oh my god, he's so much strength to break out, dude!"
Like he's
finger and just pop it.
Yeah, like he's ripping handcuffs apart.
Right, dude. It's a staple inside your jeans. It's not even. Never mind.
It's not gonna close in there. Yeah, no.
Take a physics lesson once, and you could realize. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, physics means nothing in this company. I mean, we've seen that plenty of times. Jesus H. But yeah, and then Moxie, it was like broken glass, dirt. Like the ring was covered in shit by the end of this show. Like legitimately covered in shit. Like, I don't have a better way of saying it. I wish I did, but that was what it was.
Yeah. Did they change out mats?
I didn't pay.
They had to because.
They must have,
yeah. I know it's clean mats after every match.
Well, and I mean, if you do them right, you could just roll them. Like it just rolls kind of under.
Like a peel off. It's a peel off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like your windshield.
But just no Mox. But I mean, everything Mox did was just over the top and. With the fork and just stabbing and just that's all I got to say.
Did Kyle O'Reilly meet with Sky Blue prior on how to stab each other? Because
no, she was with Kyle Fletcher prior.
Kyle. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly was bleeding to the point, like where I was getting, because I think, isn't he diabetic? Or am I wrong with that?
He is diabetic.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought so. So I had that in the back of my mind, and I'm watching all that blood. I'm like, dude, this ain't good.
I forgot he was diabetic. You're right.
I thought so.
Yeah, I'm like 90%. I'm like looking it up to me. Like I said it, and then I'm like, oh shit, am I right or not? No, I think you are right though. Like it's a Canadian professional wrestler.
It's weird because all that blood. I mean, it was pouring out of him. Like it was
type 1 diabetes. The first thing in his personal. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, no, I forgot about that. Son of a bitch. Yeah, no, I pulled. Yeah, he was gushing blood, and then. That was the other thing too, is they had after the thing was locked, Yuta stole the keys so that because they knew, because I'll give them credit, they knew Briscoe was coming out.
Yeah, that was smart.
That was again, I'm trying to, exactly. That was good. And then it made sense too for Briscoe to come out and be like, I'm cutting the chain and making his way in.
However, if you're gonna show that spot on TV, do not do a close-up because we could see that the bolt cutters did nothing and all he did was pull the door open.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
I did. I very much. Here's the thing. Not only did I notice it, but then I went back and clipped that. I'd forgotten to say I had it written down as well. But I went back on the thing. I'm like, is that what? Oh, you son of a. No, they've done that before where they close up on the wrong thing.
Reason. Just show a far angle shot, dude.
Also, when they were going back, I forgot they had like Renee as like the roving reporter during the match. And
that was bad.
What the hell was that?
There was a problem. Okay, earlier, good thing you mentioned it. Earlier in the show, when they went back to her live, okay, they went to her live, and she was starting to do her reporting, and then, like, she finished, but then you could hear her again in the arena.
Yeah,
like there was an audio issue. So the next time they go to her, they don't even bother going to her live anymore. I think they just fed it through the arena because they had audio issues. That's all.
Again,
as usual, I guess.
Always, like, who is running their truck? Like, I know that that was just, it didn't make any sense. And then the finish. Okay, so the finish, like, okay, Kyle O'Reilly's gonna make him tap, which I mean, why wasn't it Darby? I don't even know where Darby was at the finish. Apparently he was at top of the cage. So from what I read online, like where, what is Kyle O'Reilly the big star now? Are you going to push?
Yeah,
him to the top?
that's
Getting,
what
right.
we're to assume. Yes.
If you were just watching this and not knowing what was going on with the company, he was the big star. Like he was the one that was taking care of Briscoe backstage, and Roddy went out like he seemed like the leader. He was the one running the show, you know. And then I mean, even you've got like, yeah, man, you did it. Yeah, that shot. Look at that blood. It's literally dripping off of his face.
Yeah, it was strange. It was strange. Of all the guys, they're gonna give the like. You would think that he's the guy now because he tapped out Moxley. That's a big deal. And whether you like Moxley or not, it's a big deal.
And the last two times they faced, the first time he was going to make Mox tap and Mox attacked the referee. And then the second time, wasn't it just everybody came out and it was a glom finish because Mox was going to lose? Obviously, this is leading to what you said before. And I'm glad you said it because I wrote down who's going to lead the Death Riders because clearly, or maybe they'll all just break up and go their separate ways, which would probably be the best plan. Like maybe Yuta can lead somebody,
a smaller group.
Whatever. Yeah. Right. But like obviously this is leading to, you know, the group's gonna figure out that Mox is full of shit and turn on him. And that's why I think Ronda Rousey's gonna come in and team with Marina Shafir, depending on when they do this, and they'll win the women's tag titles eventually. Like they'll be the first challengers for the ladies who win it or something. I don't know. But this Death Rider story, it's been dead since, I mean, really, it's been dead since day one, but really it should have
since we watched that friggin' pay-per-view on Spaces. We watched it. That's when I was getting mad, remember?
Yep. Yeah, no, and that was before All In. Like that was Revolution that we watched.
That's one of our first shows we ever did on X.
Yeah. And that was what, March? And then it should have been dead then. And if it wasn't dead then, how is it not dead when he lost the title to Hangman in July? It's now November and he's still wrestling. Like it needs to go. Does he have a match at Full Gear?
He will.
Oh, I know. I don't know. I'm wondering if that was actually one of Tony's smart moves as to not book every match. I mean, granted, they probably wouldn't have booked every match. They usually book it the show before anyway, but making sure like, hey, who's going to be injured after blood?
I think the guys turned out pretty well.
Oh shit. So yeah, I mean, no, honestly, I didn't see anybody like with any devastating injuries, but also too, I knew Bronson Reed was hurt after last year's War Games, but we didn't know that Jimmy broke his toe and that, what was it? Tongaloa ripped his bicep. So we don't know for sure. So there are some matches announced for Full Gear.
Sure.
Here's what we got so far.
Next week.
Right. It's not 9 days away. So the first one, there's the two pre-show matches so far, which is Boom and Doom.
Hang on for a second. Let's go back and talk about the finish again real quick.
Sure. Yeah, no,
I thought for sure that when they had Briscoe in the back hurt, that he was going to come back and he would be the guy. He would be the guy to get the win. That's what I thought. I'm surprised they went with Kyle O'Reilly a lot. I don't understand why now. What's the plan? What's going on? I don't get Kyle O'Reilly. I thought Briscoe for sure. Of all those guys in the picture, Briscoe makes the most sense.
Or Darby or Briscoe. Yeah.
Darby, I can see. Darby, forget it.
No. The only reason I say Darby and not Briscoe is because Briscoe's in the going for the TNT title at the pay-per-view. So I could. It definitely would have made more sense than O'Reilly though. Darby,
I don't understand why it was him. Why now? Why now is my question.
I have no idea. Like
he's been in the company for years.
Yeah, no, he's been in the company since what, 2021? Is that when it was? Or maybe 22? Maybe it was 22, I think. Let's see.
He's been there. He's done jack all of nothing.
No, jack all of sheet.
And now okay.
Let's see here. He joined
I'm going to be interested to see if there's follow-up. If he just wins this and there's no follow-up, I'm going to be Wow.
Yeah, because they built it. Oh, I mean, they built 3 different stories. I mean, 3 different matches have led. So they've actually. I mean, for 3 weeks is a long story for AEW. No, he joined on December 22nd, 2021. So he's been with the company almost 4 fucking years, and now you've done it. Now you're pushing. I mean, I don't think they're actually pushing him to the top. I just think I don't really
pretty
know what
close. If you're in a look, like I said, if you're looking at a casual observer, you just
Oh
walk
no, for
in,
sure.
you'd swear he's a number 1 contender.
Absolutely. I just don't think that's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like knowing Tony and knowing how they fucking operate. Also,
So what are the matches now for?
hang on, I've got it here. But just was this a shot at Jey Uso? The 1 cage, 2 rings, 3 words. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like that was Tony.
Smart. No.
Yeah, that's fair. That's actually fair. Also, too, notice their typing here and how it's in that specific font, and that's the font I use where we watch the show, so you don't have to.
Nice.
Thanks, Tony. So here's
by the way, I thought the cage looked really professional. The cage looked great.
I thought the cage looked great, and I thought the crowd in the lower bowl looked great, and I thought they were pretty smart and they angled it well with the cameras where they didn't show the upper bowl. Like, when they don't sell out the entire lower bowl, they're kind of fucked, and I just have to shoot the camera wherever. But they did really well. Like, if you weren't paying attention, it looked like a full arena, even though the upper level was complete.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah. So here's the card. First off, I pulled it up because I if I'd have said this out loud, I'm not sure you would have believed me. Boom and Doom are but now he's teaming with QT. That's who he read. They're called Boom and Doom.
Of course.
Versus Roppongi.
What's the saying? How's the saying go? You're not my enemy, my friend. I don't know.
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yes. Bingo. Thank you, sir.
Gotcha. And then speaking of that, great transition. Max Caster and Anthony Bowens have teamed back up. What? I mean, I know
they did that a while. No, they've been together for a little bit now.
Okay.
I do remember seeing something where they came. I do remember that. So
I think that's one of those like collision only storylines that happen in this other side world that nobody sees, which is why it's on the pre-show.
They have a tough test though. They have a tough match against TBA.
Yeah.
TBA man, pretty good.
TBA are high flyers for sure. They might even, and I think they might even have. I think they might have Vacant with them too. Like, coming in for the Vacant, they'll make a run in. All right, so we got Statlander and Mercedes, so that makes sense. They both seem like they'll be okay from the match. Hangman and Joe, all right, that makes sense.
That's now in the cage.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you're right. That is in the steel cage. All right, and then you got Brodito and FTR for the title. So here's the thing: FTR either needs to win these titles and try to do something, or not and go away. Like, how can I miss you if you don't go away? Like the crowd doesn't care about them at all.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So the next one down is Kenny Omega and Jurassic, right?
Yes.
Kenny Omega hasn't come back yet.
He's back next week. Yeah.
Why don't you wait? Don't announce the fucking match until he comes back.
This is the match. This match was announced last week in the.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I agree.
Wait till he makes his return. Wait till he makes his return to TV.
Yeah.
Then announce the match.
Yeah, and it's the $1 million trios match. Like, okay, yeah, of course it is. Oh, and TBA doing double duty because they're in the Casino Gauntlet match for the AEW National Championship. Which, I mean, just come on, why are we doing like this? What?
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, right. Like
God,
this is, this is gonna happen. Is someone going to debut? Someone has to be returning to win this, right? Like, right? Like, I don't know. Exactly. I have no idea. No, I heard somebody, I forget who it was. I think it might have been Brian Last, say that he thought they made this up because somebody wouldn't sign a contract unless they got a belt. And instead of Tony figuring out to give him a new one, he gives him this one. I
just don't understand putting Kenny into a match when he hasn't even come back to TV yet.
I mean, I don't understand a lot of the stuff they do. Unfortunately, like, I mean,
I can kind of let some things slide, but this one's pretty. I mean, doesn't take a genius to figure that out.
No, not at all. And then you've got, like we said earlier, Fletcher and Briscoe for the TNT title. So I don't think any of these matches should be affected by blood and guts. And hopefully, and I mean, this right here, if it was just this, it's not a bad card. It's really
Yeah,
not.
but you got to have the women's tag team thing is probably going to be in here somewhere.
Fuck, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And there's gonna be more, obviously. I'm just saying, like, if they just minimized it, like,
Will that tournament be done for the women?
yeah,
For this
yeah, no,
match?
that's where,
Yeah, this will be the main
yeah,
event. Yeah, not
mhm.
the main event, but
Not a main event, but that's the culmination, the finals. Yeah,
culmination.
right. Look at me using big words.
Nice.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm just looking at the page for it on Wikipedia, and yes, that'll the women's tag team final will be there.
Now it was Willow was with Harley Cameron, right?
Right. And they
I think Willow was hurt. I think Willow was hurt bad. I have not read anything or seen anything on it, but it didn't look to me when she landed in between the ring there, she sat in the corner for the whole rest of the match. Like if you look at pictures, you could probably see her in the corner. She doesn't move.
Okay. No, shit. Hope she's okay, especially.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. I just that's my assumption, folks.
Right. No, and I mean, and that's that it's not even an assumption. That's like a good educated guess from what you've seen and what you know about your years of being a wrestling fan. That's usually what happens, especially in something like that where they can just sit in the corner. I haven't heard anything either, obviously, but
so before we take off,
yes,
what would you do? When you have those two rings together like that, what would you do for that gap in the middle? Because they've tried so many different things over the years, and that's where everybody seems to get hurt. They've tried so many different. Last night's thing looked like it was okay, but I couldn't tell really what it was because they had it in red.
Yeah, no,
I don't know what do you do?
I mean, so the first thing that when you said it, the first thing I thought of is I've seen those like things that I don't even know what to call them, but like if you have like two single beds or double beds and you want to put them together as like a king size, there's like a thing that you put in between the two beds so you can lay on it. Maybe I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a tough call, ain't it?
Yeah. So here's no.
I tried that stupid steel plate, and that
yeah. Ugh. I think the only really answer is don't use it so much. Like they went right to it last night. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the only thing I've ever seen in that on that space in a War Games match that I've really enjoyed was the year that the Bloodline and Sami Zayn did the groundskeeper Willie dance on somebody in between. They're like, she's a maniac. Like, that was funny and that made sense, and it was also fucking safe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's just it's an accident waiting to happen, though. You know what I mean?
Right there. Like
you could just walk between the ropes and get stuck and break your leg.
Yeah, dude, you're just asking for trouble with having that. No, and yeah, somebody's definitely gonna, and maybe somebody did get hurt. I don't see anything.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it certainly
no. Well, I mean, there's not. But I mean, here's the other thing too: is they wouldn't tell you. Like Tony would. I mean, if he can hide it, and I think for company people he can hide it. Like I don't know, because there's nothing.
It seemed pretty obvious.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised in the least. I really wouldn't. I'm not sure if they would tell you, but that definitely.
Yeah.
Nope. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So no, it doesn't tell me any. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised. And we'll see what comes out. I don't think because did they film Collision last night after?
I don't think so.
Good, because I was worried like that little spot of where the ring went a little bit long, or the apron went a little bit longer when Cash got knocked out of the ring by Brodito. His ass landed right on that. Yeah, did not look good. But yeah,
if they're gonna do matches like that, they gotta start looking at the aesthetics around the ring and stuff like that, because that's something that got taken into consideration for the guy.
That would be you're right, but that would be attention to detail. Not their strong suit, unfortunately. I wish it was. Yeah. I really do.
More people get hurt, more strong suit that becomes.
Yeah. Well played, my friend. And I think that's a good joke to end on. I always like to end on a joke. Now it's good. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Oh shit, we went an hour and 20 minutes. Perfect. Awesome. Well, I thank everybody for tuning in and listening. Please be sure to like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends. We're also on all podcast platforms. If you find a podcast platform that we are not on, shoot me a DM on X, please.
Good luck finding that.
Yeah, I was saying so far I've done really, really well off it. Shout out to Spreaker, they are awesome. And I also in our bios, I've got our Spreaker supporters club. I'll get a Patreon set up. We will record a new episode tomorrow for everybody and talk about the week in wrestling because we did pretty good with some Raw and NXT predictions. I want to talk about that, preview SmackDown, and then back on Sunday, 8:05 p.m. Eastern on X for Sunday Night Spaces at AltJakeTakesOn. We've got a lot to talk about. I saw a topic get brought up in the chat that we'll be sure to talk about. Oh yeah, the Tegan Knox stuff. Yes, we will talk about that for sure.
We kind of touched on it by accident.
Right, with Awful.
With Awful, yeah.
Which, if you guys haven't checked that out, I've got that Spaces uploaded on all platforms and on YouTube. That was, third time. It was always the first two conversations were great with Awful, but this one just felt like old friends at this point. Like it was our first third time guest, and we had no topics, no plans, and we just BS'd for 90 minutes, and it was awesome. So, anything else you got to say, my friend, or want to bring up?
No, that's about it. I think a very successful AEW Dynamite. Looking forward to next week again. Maybe we'll get Tony Khan. Hopefully.
Please. I feel like he's got to go live for that. Also, if he goes live like before the pay-per-view, maybe we can watch that the next weekend for something for it too. Because those Tony Khan lives are becoming my new favorite thing, and the clips have done pretty well. So,
awesome. Yeah. I know. With the pay-per-view, the pay-per-view is next Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm probably not gonna be able to watch it. I'm not sure yet. So if someone's gonna watch it, get a hold of me on Twitter. My handle's right there, and we'll maybe bring you on for Sunday Spaces. You can review it with us.
All right. Yeah.
I might not be able to catch it, so I want to have somebody just watch it.
Yeah,
I want to have somebody different, maybe to come on, give us I don't care if you're an AEW stan or not. Doesn't matter. You want to watch it? Feel free.
Hey, as long as someone's not going to like immediately go to the yelling and the name calling,
just be respectful. That's all we ever ask.
Hey, we disagreed about the arenas earlier. It was probably the best segment of this show. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can disagree about stuff and still have a civil conversation.
Before leave on that note, but think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Start off getting a little adversarial. You had your point, I had my point, got a little vocal,
and
then we went to top 5 arenas and we both agreed on everything.
Yeah, well, and and the points were made. It wasn't like we were gonna
a lot better if everybody could just be like that in the world, folks.
It's simple. Like, hey, you made your point, I made mine. Okay, I'm like, we don't agree, but these are the points, and this is where we'd this is where we stand on it. And then oh shit, well, that top 5 arenas. That was that was awesome. I loved every part of that, and I enjoyed, as always, doing this show for everybody live. Please like, share, subscribe, share it with your friends, bring them along for the live, please. Fun.
Hit the like.
Please. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening. We will catch you next week here back on X at 8:45 p.m. Eastern. Peace.
We appreciate you making it to the end of the video. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.
Oh man, I forgot.